Hello, hi guys, welcome back to the Football Showdown channel. Today we are back streaming at my own comfort. That is my room. It doesn't mean that I've gotten a job and started to have my own space. It's just that the timings I worked, I have none of my roommates available at home, so we are back with full of energy, with a lot of voice. Especially for a fact, it's been a great week for Arsenal, and if you are an Indian as well, the Champions Trophy win as well. Champions Trophy win as well. We are feasting. I'm having my ice cream. I hope you guys are having a great night. I hope you guys are having a great a weekend as well. Today we are back with another UCL roundup. It's been a great week, to be fair. Like, lot of chaos, lot of blockbuster games, and obviously a lot of controversy. Some are the conventional controversial moments where a certain team gets favored in spite of all things, and sometimes you just think the law of the law of equality might work in your favor. But let's all discuss that with a bunch of friends, and that is what the channel is about. Today, we have a group of friends who will be there, uh, dissecting each game of their own and to have a bit of fun. Let's just call upon Jay, Liverpool fan. Hey, Jay, how are you?
Not bad. I just have a question for you. You eating ice cream for breakfast?
Um, let's just say I'm having it because I need to fully wake up.
Okay.
It's 9 o'clock, and yet I need a lot of energy.
Okay. Yeah, good
I
to be
step.
back.
Yeah. You too, man. Um, let's add Vignesh, a Bayern Munich fan. He had a great game week as well.
Hey Suchi, glad to be here.
Yep. And Ainsley, for now. How are you, man? I know a few things happened in the
Good, good,
weekend. You got certain rest without asking for it and all. But yeah, how are you? How have you been?
good. I've been good. I've been good, man.
Hmm. We're just waiting for the Real Madrid fan. Oh, looks like he missed the link. I will send him the link. 1 second. Uh, Copy and paste. Okay, we're good to go. We're good to go. Where do you guys want to start with your own games, or do we start with some of the neutral games which majority of the people might or may not have watched? So, do you want to start with that? I think we'll start with that. What do you guys think? Or should we just wait for the Madrid
Cool,
fan?
cool. Whatever.
Whatever
Who
you
do
eat,
you?
your channel, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being kind as well. If it was up to me, I would have started straight with the Liverpool game. But you know
You
what?
know, that's too much, man. That's too much There's too much to begin with.
Oh man, that game. But yeah, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. The Madrid fan is almost here, if I'm not wrong.
Just a minute, okay?
Go ahead. Okay. We'll talk about the first game, the Lille versus Dortmund game, aggregate 2-3. Before coming into this game, the Bayern game week, I mean, not the Bayern week, the Bundesliga game week before this was probably one of the funniest I've seen. Bayern losing, Dortmund losing as well, which was, and Leverkusen losing,
Yeah,
and Leverkusen losing as well, right? So, I was like, there is no way Dortmund would pull off another Dortmund, and they would like probably lose this. I think if I'm not wrong, it was it was Lille who like scored first and put the pressure on Dortmund. Yeah, right. And then
Yeah.
I obviously had notifications, but I was like, there's no way this can be true. There's no way that Dortmund would there's no way that Dortmund would bottle it up, right? But then, yeah, Dortmund did their thing, and they've got. Like, did you guys watch this game? Any thoughts about this?
I mean,
I
I don't
watched
know
this game.
it,
Yeah,
but
of course you did. Ainsley, what's up? And go ahead.
I mean, I didn't really enjoy the game, I'd say. Like, lots of loose balls, just kicking the ball here and there. Like, and I don't know, I could not see like a proper structure or something, but Dortmund got the win. The second
Mm,
goal of theirs is really good, I'd say. But the penalty they got is very controversial, man. Like,
mm,
I don't know,
mm.
it didn't even look like there was contact over there. And they just got the penalty for that. And Emre Can scored, I think. It was a good game. I mean, it wasn't up there, for sure because like it's Lille and Dortmund. But I would have fancied a Lille man in the quarterfinals because we already played Dortmund before the season and there'd be like variety of opposition. But yeah, whatever.
This I think will be like a homecoming kind of game for Lewandowski as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Barca will be facing
Homecoming.
Dortmund. Yeah, homecoming game. Would you back him to like do well against Dortmund, or are you still going to like shit on him and
I, I
make sure
think
that Bayern fans are
I
angry
think
with
I've
you?
made my I think I've made my point clear in the last video also. I'm just annoyed with him, man. Disappointing it is to watch. Genuinely, like even we'll be coming to Benfica game obviously, but even over there he had his stinker, man.
Hmm.
Honestly, enough. Done
Right.
with him.
Yeah. We'll take in few comments.
I
Yeah,
want to say
Rosh, how are you?
that
Yeah.
Dortmund got very lucky in this game. To be honest,
Hmm.
they, in my opinion, they didn't deserve to win it, but they won it.
Hmm.
Kind of like Madrid Juju in a way.
Man, yeah, it nobody can beat the Madrid Juju, man. Real Madrid Juju as well. But it's fine. It is fine. We'll come to that point. We'll come to that place. Why Arsenal will definitely beat Real Madrid. But yeah, for now, we'll just talk about the Lille vs Dortmund game. Good competitive game in their standards. Lille deserved better to go through. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Don't batter me in the group chat or something if I said that wrong. I ran the show, but couldn't create clear cut chances. Hmm. But if you look at the goal scorer, isn't it Jonathan David, Fabrizio Romano's
Yeah,
personal player, I guess? Because every summer, every winter, he's linked with every other team exiting from Lille, but never exited. I think he's going on a free transfer. If I'm not wrong, is that the same striker?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
it
go
was
ahead.
kind of a half chance, man. It was like a half chance he got. And he
Mhm.
just shot the ball like, and I don't know what happened. Kobel left it under his legs. It was a
Oh
goal.
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like
Uh,
the best of finishes. I
Kobel
wouldn't say it's the
could have
best of
easily
finishes, but
just
it was a goal.
Kobel could have easily held on
Yes,
to that ball and it just
he
went.
could have held on to the ball. It went
Mhm.
under his leg, whatever.
Mhm. Hey Raja, Raja is the replacement for the other Madrid fan who was there last week. He is an Arsenal fan and a Madrid fan. How did that happen? Well, I'll ask him itself to clarify that.
It's a funny story. Hello, guys. Hope you're all doing well.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's a funny story. Um, I supported Arsenal from the beginning. Like, it's my number one club always. But when it comes to Madrid, I like them because of Ozil back in
Mm,
like 2012ish time. And
mm.
then, like in 2013, he joined Arsenal, but like I still continued to support Real Madrid. And the thing with all the UCLs has been happening ever since. So I guess I can say I've been there even before all these trophies. So yeah.
Okay. We will take one more comment before we go to the next match. Oh, by the way, Lille's keeper Cavalier was clutch. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Lille have some really good talents. I really like Chevalier, and they have this 17-year-old kid. What his name? Ayub Boati or something. His name.
Okay.
He's a
They are
quality
that
player.
girls, right? In the attack. What's the
Mm.
name? The fair
Jonathan David.
fellow. No, not Jonathan David. He's a winger, I think. Of theirs.
Oh,
Um,
Zegrova.
Even like they have Zagrova is one of their good wingers, but he wasn't playing. I think last game was he playing?
Yeah, he wasn't
Not
there.
too sure. He wasn't there. He was injured or something. But I think Haraldson. I think Haraldson, something like
mm,
that. I'm not too sure that. I
Apparently,
have to check it.
Baudi and Muka. What? Mukau. Kau? What class? Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know. Is it true? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I just
Uh,
thought it was Haraldson or somebody. Like the
yeah.
name was
Harrelson. Harrelson, yes.
Haraldson. He's also pretty good. I
Hmm.
mean, he had his fair share of good moments in the game.
Hmm. Um, Hi, Gary. Yeah, I'm a Madrid fan, by the way. Congratulations to Mikel Arteta, best man. We will come back to you. We will come back to you. But yeah, the other game I thought was like a very interesting win was Aston Villa versus Club Brugge. Like, what do you guys think about this game? Do
Man,
you guys get to watch the
it's
highlight?
all about Villa's transfer window, right? Asensio, Rashford,
Hmm.
they were the game changers, I think, in both legs of this tie. It just goes
True.
to show if you have a good January window, what a
Hmm.
difference it can make to your,
Hmm. Hmm.
season.
Right. Because uh, Arsenal were linked with Rashford. I was a strong supporter of not signing him because the kind of attitude problems all his other past managers kept saying, and I was like, "There's no way we need him." And for the fact, this thing, his wages were always above 300k. I don't think Arsenal could have afforded that, and that would like kind of affect the rest of the uh, salary budget that we have. And I thought he was not good enough, and now he's kind of going on this purple patch again. It could be a purple patch. It could be him actually finding his form again and hoping that he continues because I think he was being called up even for the England squad. Am I wrong? Am I correct? Was he called up for the England squad as well?
Yeah, he was.
I think so.
Hmm. So I'm glad he's doing well. But then Asensio, I still can't believe Asensio is in the Premier League playing for Aston Villa and rocking up for Aston Villa. To be fair, he's what like scored and assisted in close to like 10 already so far, and in this game he's had a brace as well. Did you guys get to watch the game or was it just like highlights, just like me?
Yeah, I had a
I
chance
think
to
highlights.
watch
No,
good part of the game. Yeah, I mean it's Unai Emery in a European night.
Hmm.
He's transformed this team completely. And the funny thing is, the Aston Villa's Twitter admin keeps tweeting after every game, "Don't fall in love with your loanies.
Hmm.
Don't fall in love with the loanies," because they are literally transforming their team. I think Rashford and Marco Asensio was exactly what they were missing in their squad.
Hmm.
And I think I was telling you, Suchit, earlier as well. I cannot wait for PSG versus Aston Villa. It's going to
Oh
be a
yeah.
phenomenal game. I can't wait for
Hmm.
it.
Hmm. 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 The sound of PSG versus Aston Villa, Unai Emery homecoming, it just sounds blockbuster in my mind. I do not know. Maybe
Emi
PSG could smoke.
Martinez.
Oh yeah, Emi Martinez versus
Emi
the French
Martinez
team.
to Park the
Emi
Prince.
Martinez, Park de Prince. Love that.
It's going to be pure banter. It's going to be pure chaos. And
It's
it is
such a
sound
shit
of it.
show for him as well. I can't wait.
What?
It's gonna be such a shit show for Martinez, as in like a shithousery.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Because he's gonna
Imagine,
get food every time the ball
imagine
comes to him.
Good.
imagine the game goes into pens.
Oof.
Ooh,
Donnarumma was Emi. Oh, that's going to be class. That's
No,
going to be
he's
class.
gonna rattle the
That's
ultras
gonna
so
be,
hard at the Parc de
Hmm.
France. It's gonna be so
yeah.
funny.
If they win, it's crazy, man. Just think about the
Yeah.
atmosphere if they win. They'll be
Hmm.
throwing shit at Emi Martinez, man. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like the rise of Aston Villa, and it's. I think they had what? I mean, last season. No, sorry, last season they had Stevie G, and then Unai Emery came once Stevie G was sacked, and since then they've been on a decent run. They made UCL, and now they're like competing in the Champions League against PSG. I mean, PSG do not have that Champions Trophy against them their name, but again, playing in the Champions League in the quarterfinal, it's something, man. It's absolutely something, and
I mean, like
I
a
mean
year
this
and
is
a half ago, they were like
But
low mid-table team, and now they're in the quarterfinal of Champions League, right? It just shows you.
Exactly. If
but
you
like I think Emery has that history, right? Because like even in Villarreal, I think Vignesh will know. I think they knocked out Bayern, I guess, 1 year. They
yeah.
defeated them,
from
and that
nowhere,
was crazy.
like for a second,
Uh,
I thought we were playing Barcelona or Real Madrid. I'm not even kidding.
Mm,
Like if there is one team that deserved to beat us that year, was Villarreal. They played like a heritage team. Like it was not even
yeah,
a
I mean, they won the. There is the Champions League. I think winning the Europa against
mm,
Manchester United. I had
Mm,
watched that game
Finals,
live,
they played
bro.
Liverpool, and then they played Bayern before that, didn't they?
Yes, yes,
Unai's
yes.
Villarreal, yeah.
They played amazing that season, man. That was a good like Emery has that history, right, in the UCL and European competitions. He has like that heritage manager.
mm,
So
mm.
that's crazy.
I mean,
Unai
even in the
Emery.
semi-final second leg, we were up what 3-1, and they knocked out that lead in the first half. It was 2-0 in
Mm.
the first half at the Villarreal
Yeah.
home ground. Crazy.
Unai Emery against his former teams is always cash money. And top of that, it's European nights. Unai Emery is something else. I mean, so far he has done really, really well in the Europa situation. Will he do it in the Champions League? It'll be insane story if he does it for Aston Villa, and then I can't. I won't be on social media for a while because already I'm getting a lot of crap for the fact that Arsenal are still employing Arteta, and how can they disregard Unai? Whatever. But yeah,
I
not. Hmm.
I pray PSG win. Like if Arsenal manage to beat Real Madrid, because we cannot face Aston Villa in the semis. I mean, no thanks.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Having them in the league itself is an issue. We can't break for some reason. We can't break down
If
Aston Villa. It's just too good.
Villa
He
beat
has Arteta's
Arsenal, we are
number.
going to
No
get
other way.
cooked so much to cheat. It's going to be hilarious.
No, but yeah, man. Whatever. Whatever. We beat this PSG. Okay, you did. We'll come to that. The Inter versus Feyenoord. I didn't watch the game. I just saw the highlights, read here and there that it was a very professional performance. Did you guys catch this game? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, since they were going to be our potential opponents,
Mm-hmm.
I just went did some digging on them and saw some of their highlights and the game and stuff. And yeah, I mean, honestly, they are a serious contender to win the Champions League, in my opinion. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
they have been playing some phenomenal football,
Mm-hmm.
and they've literally revived Shalanoglu and Mkhitaryan's career. Everybody thought that they were washed, and that's why they went to Serie A, and then now they've just come back to the form of their life. It's crazy
Mm-hmm.
to think about it. And yeah, I mean, whenever we do the match preview, I'll go into detail as to how they play and their key players and stuff. But they had a very straightforward, simple game.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, they scored in the 8th minute. Thuram scored in the 8th minute, and
Yeah.
then
Mm-hmm.
parked the bus pretty much. Just simple, professional, classic Italian football, and kept it very simple and didn't want any commotion over there. So hats off,
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal game from them.
That was like the poster boy for Italian football over both legs.
Yeah,
Classic Italian.
Yeah.
literally.
Raja and Ainsley, did you guys get to watch this game?
No, not really. I didn't watch the game, but personally for me, Inter are the favorites for Champions League. I mean, hands down, my number one pick for
Yeah,
the UC.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I
People
agree with
really
this. Like,
underestimate.
I agree.
Ainsley,
I
even you?
think I think Inter, yeah, yeah. Inter, I think is the most difficult. If we summer is the semi-finals by God's good grace, then
Mm.
I think if Inter beat Bayern, I think so. Inter is going to edge Bayern because like I believe their defense is too good to
Mm.
like get past and score. But
Mm. Mm.
yeah, I think Inter are the favorites, man. Like they have one of the best, like the players move positions and all that. It's crazy, man.
Mm. I mean, many of the
Inter,
Arsenal
they
fans
call
also
this.
want Inzaghi as their manager if Arteta gets sacked. So I think what you're talking about, like player movement and all that, it kind of resembles with the attacking front, but I don't know, man. Yeah, yeah, Raja, you were
You
saying.
can't compare Arteta to Inzaghi,
Yeah,
man. Inzaghi's level is clear about Arteta.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
yeah. I
You were
mean,
saying that,
they call
yeah.
Inter's football as magnet ball back in the Syria Twitter. I mean, they play like when they flow, they play. Their football is something else.
Mm-hmm.
I really really enjoy watching them usually. And
Right.
then like if they've been kind of off form sometimes this season, but like they are built for a cup run. Like the team is
Mm.
perfect for playing in these knockout games.
Mm-hmm.
They do really well
Yeah,
over there.
I
Yeah, go on.
think that is the main thing, right? They say that attack wins you games, defense wins you titles. I think it's
Mm.
a perfect resemblance of that. I think Inter is a top team with top players at every position, I believe. because like you see the defense, they have Bastoni, who's one of the best defenders in the world. I don't know if there are many defenders can that can play like Bastoni. I was just seeing this video of his
I have
where
a
it was
I have a
labeled.
monologue. I have a monologue on Bastoni. I'll save it for later.
Uh, But I think I saw this video of his where it said Bastoni is changing football or something. The
Yep.
way he plays, right? He gets the ball at the edge of the box, he gets, and then he crosses. And it's not common for a defender to have that good ability on the ball. And off the ball also is superb. So yeah. Apart from that, I think they have Dimarco also, who's one of their best players. I think I haven't watched Inter much, but from what I hear, I've heard Dimarco is pretty good. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Even Barella as well, underrated, I think.
Yeah,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure,
Barella.
for sure. Mm. Yeah, Vignesh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say like Bastoni is their pretty much their
Mm.
main player. Like he's the make or break kind of thing, and
Mm.
you can even see that in Inter Milan's games, right? So I think Raja was saying there were some games where Inter were looking shaky, but they managed to get a draw or win. So every time
Mm.
they have a problem, what they do is they kind of push the ball back to Bastoni. He
Mm.
acts as their kind of their base camp. Like you go in a battle, you have a safe bunker, right? You have a bunker.
Mm.
Bastoni is literally their bunker over there because
Mm.
the ball sticks to his leg like as if it's glued up to his feet. It's insane. And
Mm.
like what Ainsley mentioned, he is being this midfielder type player now who's giving these amazing long balls and kind of initiating attacks out of literally nowhere. So
Mm.
Inter Milan actually, unlike the other Serie A teams, they like to play with their midfield. But if they
Mm.
feel they're not settling well enough, they pass the ball back to Bastoni, and the game kind of revolves around him. So he is their pivot point, and I think he's going to be the key player in the quarterfinal as well. So
Okay.
phenomenal right now, in my opinion, the best centre back for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you guys say so. I've not watched much. I wouldn't like simply try to waffle and say that, oh, you know what, something like that. It's fine.
Inter have
Uh,
few more players. Like obviously you mentioned Çalhanoğlu. I think he's easily like top three DM in the game.
hmm.
I don't know. People don't rate him that much on Twitter, but like when you watch the guy, like the way he passes and the way he
Yeah, I think the
Also,
reason they don't rate him is because he has a big mouth. Like apparently once he said only Tony Cruz has better ball control than me. I'm better than Xabi Iniesta's. A couple seasons back he said that. So
He's like
yeah,
Troy
he's
Deeney.
kind of a funny character off the pitch, but otherwise respect. Like very good talent.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I still remember back in 2011 when he used to play for Leverkusen, he scored this goal from a free kick goal right outside the half line.
free kick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very famous goal. Like if anybody says Çalhanoğlu, that's what they think of. So like from there and then him just going
Apparently,
all scene and coming back is
uh,
just crazy.
apparently, he switched from attacking mid to DM. So
Yep.
that is also quite interesting, I'd say,
Yeah, that's correct.
Hmm.
because like attacking
people
wise, it's a different ball game. Like no, once you move from attacking mid to DM, or like from an attacker to a center back, it's similar like
Hmm.
that.
and
Hmm.
also no one mentioned Dimarco as well. I mean, he's one of the best left backs in the game, like left wing back kind of, but like his crossing is like for me best in the game. I don't think anyone comes close. Along with Bastoni. Bastoni is also like one elite crosses in the game.
Hmm.
And then you have Dumfries on the other side who makes crazy runs
Crazy,
from left
true.
back row.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of weapons in their team. They can do a lot of damage, and I think they're clear favorites for me personally. Sorry, Vignesh, but like they're favorites for me against Bayern.
No, I mean no, it's fine. Like you see, they're such a well respected team, and I mean they're really good. So yeah, I mean you have to give credit where it's due. Fair enough.
Hmm. The next game, I think it's quite interesting how it turned out to be. The Leverkusen versus Bayern return game, aggregate 0-5. Vignesh, this stage is all yours. Do let us know. A little context though, I'll just give behind it. They lost. So before this tie got over in the first before the first leg. Bayern didn't win against Leverkusen in the last what 2 3 times that they faced them. Four.
2 years. 2 years.
Yeah, for 2 years you guys have not won,
6 games.
and 6 games you have not won against Leverkusen. You guys beat them 3-0 at your own home. Uh, then in the Bundesliga, you guys lose at home. Pauline a red card as well. And then coming into this game, there was a lot of commotion saying, "Oh, Leverkusen have it in them to like beat Bayern Munich at their own home. They're going to make sure that Bayern Munich are going to lose. They're going to pay for it." And then uh, I think it was a stellar game from Harry Kane. Then me continuing all about this, I think Vignesh, you can go ahead and like explain how good the game was.
Yeah, so I mean, just to put it in one single statement, this wasn't a win. This was a statement, right? Because before the fixture even started, like I know literally every football critic, not only in Europe but also just in Germany, even some of the Bayern legends, everybody just wrote off Bayern, right? And I can understand why they did that because of the kind of shaky season that we've had in the UCL, right? But we kind of told Bayer Leverkusen that there's only one king in Bavaria. It's not easy to win Bayern just the way you do it every day in the Bundesliga. You know, it's bloody Champions League. You need to show some character and quality. You can't just walk in with your top stars, try hitting some crosses and hope to score some stoppage time goals. So now that I got that out of my system, I'll get in technically. So first, the league game that happened between both the legs, Dortmund, Leverkusen, and Bayern lost it. That's the first time these three teams are losing at home on the same match day since 2005. That's the first time that happened.
Whoa,
So yeah, basically all three teams rotated. They were resting their players for UCL. So I was not so kind of surprised because the teams that we played as well were very competitive. So I mean, they deserved the win. There's no complaining there. But coming to these fixtures, Bayern not only just scored 3 goals in the first leg, they dominated possession. When they lost the ball, they recovered the ball so quickly. Bayern actually played Leverkusen in the Bundesliga the second time, and it was a 0-0 all draw at Bay Arena. And in that game, what happened was Bayern could not win the ball at all. So they literally give the ball to Leverkusen and say, "Hey, we're just going to defend. You know, we'll just sit back." That's one thing they didn't do in this game, and it was just complete domination, start to finish. What I liked, another thing is they didn't just go after man marking. They actually went and locked up their two best players, Frimpong and Florian Wirtz, in the first leg. So he was just completely like just off, like he was missing in the game. I was really shocked to see that because I thought these two guys only changed the game for them. Then another stupidity which Xabi Alonso did was he didn't start Patrick Schick or Victor Boniface in the first leg.
Right.
I didn't understand why he just went with Nathan Tella. Like if he had started Schick, I think he would have had a better chance, at least in attacking. I can't guarantee a goal because Patrick Schick started in the second leg, but it was too late to even make an impact. And between both the legs, Alphonso Davies and Harry Kane were absolutely phenomenal. Just Harry Kane was world class. In the second leg, especially, right? There was a time when it was still 0-0 and Bayern were trying to put the game to rest. Leverkusen were fighting them really well, and he had to create some space. So Kane did what he is very well known for, like instead of being a number 9, being that number 10 or even a number 11. So he goes back, releases the ball to Kimmich, takes the ball back from Kimmich, goes to the right wing position, crosses the ball in. Alphonso Davies from left back comes to left wing and taps the ball in. Phenomenal goal that was. So I think what I saw in these two games was like the Bayern DNA coming back to our team after 2020. This is the first time I saw that, and I don't say this often, but I was extremely proud of the way my team played. Like it was such a bloody statement to happen there. So yeah, hats off to the team. And now this has given me the confidence that it's not going to be easy against Inter, but we'll definitely give them a fight. Like it's going to be their money's worth. So I think it's a treat for a neutral fan. I'm going to be scared, but I think it's going to be a great game because I saw the Bayern DNA back in the team. Hats off to Company.
True. It was fun. And did anyone else get to watch the game or highlights? Any comments on this?
I think Company got his game plan exactly right against this Leverkusen team. Historically, hard to break down, hard to play against. You'd be passed off the park. But
Hmm.
as Vignesh was saying in the last episode, you need Harry Kane to drop deep and be that playmaker, but also get into the box and link up the play between the wings as well, which I think
Hmm.
that Alfonso goal sums it up perfectly. You
Hmm.
know, the Davies goal from the Kimmich to Kane to wing and then cross in and back push goal.
Hmm.
Exactly what they needed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raja and Ainsley,
Also,
you guys. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, I'd like to add. I didn't get to watch the game because I was watching the PSG and Liverpool game at the same time. I think,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what I'd say is, even though Leverkusen they have won in the league, right? They won the
Hmm.
league last year and they won the league games also for the past 2 years. But then when it comes to knockout competitions, it's always the team that has experience and
Hmm.
the team that has winners. So if you see in Bayern, they have Kimmich, they have Neuer, they're winners, man. They have won the
Oh,
UCL before. They have
thanks for
an
bringing that
idea
up.
of the game.
Hmm.
Was Neuer?
Thanks for bringing that up because actually Joshua Kimmich put on a masterpiece. Like the last time I saw him play like that was in the 2020 Champions League final against PSG. Like what a performance from him. Like we were so worried. Like there was a time this season when he was kind of hesitant to extend his contract with Bayern, and then the fans were like, yeah, asking him to leave. But I think he just came back and showed who's their next captain and stuff. And speaking of Manuel Neuer, he always finds creative ways to get injured. He
Yeah.
found one against the Leverkusen in the first leg. Just to
Hmm.
context, what happened? He was
Hmm.
running and celebrating and kind of ripped one of his tendons in his calf muscle or something. So he had to go out, and we had to bring in our 20-year-old goalkeeper Urbig, and Urbig is now pumped to be the next Neuer replacement. He put up some amazing performances, and even both across both the legs had some great saves. So yeah, that's a
Hmm.
great
Hmm.
point about experience, because a lot of
Yeah,
times because a team is in form, people write off experience, and that's not the case at all. Like
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
that's what
Brian,
I
he
was
just
saying,
scored.
right? Because like, who scored?
Bayern, Leroy Sané just scored.
yeah, yeah,
Finally,
after
they broke the
Oh,
deadlock.
yep,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they'll have a
Hmm.
game.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but
I know.
like I
It's
said,
good.
no, like
Hmm.
yeah, like I said, it's in the UCL and knockout competitions, it's always the team that has experience, and experience
Hmm.
matters a lot in UCL and in general, like because players like sometimes in the UCL when you're playing, the players are down, they are
Hmm.
losing maybe 1-0, 2-0. That's where the
Hmm.
experience comes into play. Because
Hmm.
like these players who are experienced, who have won the UCL before, they can motivate the other players and help the other players to play the game better, I believe. And
Hmm.
also it ca- like in knockout stages, you need goals. Basically moments win you the game.
Hmm.
And you cannot just play the whole 90 minutes having like the best football, then go
Hmm.
out there and say, "Arey, we played the best football, but we still lost." The game is lost; it's gone. So that's it, man.
Hmm.
That's the thing. Experience.
Kimmich was
So
one of the better players. I mean, one of the best games he played. Like even Vignesh showed me the kind of heat map and the kind of passing range he had in the entire game. But then, what I didn't like about Kimmich is that he used his agents to make sure that he gets a new contract at Bayern itself when he was like supposedly linked to Arsenal, or when he said okay to moving away from Bayern Munich as well. That
Yeah,
guy.
credits to our sporting director. He's locked
Hmm.
up Musiala, he's locked up Alfonso Davies, he's locked up
Hmm.
Kimmich, and now he's working on locking up Upamecano as well. So yeah, I mean, he's
Hmm.
he's
Hmm. Hmm.
he's killing it on the side. So yeah,
But also, I think
uh,
we're praising Bayern here, but I think Leverkusen got it all wrong. Like Xabi Alonso with his team selection got
yeah,
absolutely horrendously
that,
wrong.
that played a huge
You know,
role as well. I agree. I agree. Yeah.
Raja, you were saying?
yeah, I didn't get to watch the game, but like um, talking about Harry Kane, yeah, I mean he's the best striker in the world. Like he's been the best for like past 5 years. I don't know. People used to say Haaland is the best, but like for me, always it's been Harry Kane, and I'm glad he left Spurs and found a team where he can get more recognition of his talents. I mean,
Hmm.
Bayern have so many good players around, and he'll shine even more. Um, and also, like coming to Leverkusen, I don't know what happened to them this season, or maybe the juju ran out. But they've been kind of found out in a way. I think. I mean, they all they do is what we say, crowd the box and like cross from one on the other
Excellent
side.
point. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They do this tactic all the time, but like I watch them more than other teams in Bundesliga. I always curious about like how they go about the games. It always works for them. Like they don't have tall players, but like they cross so well. Like this Grimaldo guy, like he crosses incredibly well. Like
Hmm.
he's half of their game plan basically. They
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
crowd the box on one side of the post, and like he crosses from the other end. Uh, yeah, I mean it's interesting because like maybe people have found out like what happened to them, because not only this UCL game, like they haven't clicked that well in Bundesliga as well. Like they are with many points behind, and even against Bayern in the beginning of the season, the first leg of the league, where it was a draw, right? Like 1-1, and they were
Hmm.
really lucky to get even a draw because
Hmm. Hmm.
Bayern completely dominated them in that game as well.
True.
I want to ask Vignesh, like what changed? Like what change did you notice from last year to this year's Leverkusen? I mean, I didn't watch them that
I'll tell you this. So that's actually an interesting question because they didn't change. They were exactly the same team. They thought they can use the exact same tactic without any modification. However, every other team around Leverkusen adapted to their game. That's how I would put it. Because
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
Basically,
be honest,
they got found out.
they play. However, they're playing this season. They played last season as well. Only thing the teams could not figure out if the game was very close or they were losing. The moment the scoreboard hits 89 minutes, that's all. They'll high press, high line, all the tactics of football. Add the prefix high word to it. That's it, and that they used to do
Hmm.
that and like keep pressing. And the amount of stoppage time goals, it was ridiculous. And
Oh
almost
Hmm.
man,
at one
Hmm.
yeah,
point,
yeah.
it was just
Fergie
ridiculous.
time,
True.
man.
True.
Fergie time.
Yeah,
Forget him. Yeah.
it was crazy. And then Atalanta in the Europa League final exposed them the first time, and
Ah.
after that, yeah, it's just been steamrolling since then. So
True.
Even in preseason, like Arsenal beat them 5-0 or something. Like they got
Hmm.
peppered like crazy.
yeah,
I mean, I
another
knew.
another
Yeah.
mistake which Xabi Alonso did is he has two goalkeepers who are very capable of being first team players,
Okay.
but he didn't establish who is a first keeper, who's a second keeper. There was no proper communication and understanding. So there was apparently a lot of discomfort, ego issues between the team with their goalkeepers
Hmm.
because he used to start Hidexki in the league and the other goalkeeper for the Champions League, and that didn't work out. And then the second leg he had to put Hidexki inside,
Hmm.
so he didn't fix that. So yeah, like to Jay's point, one of the reasons we won convincingly was also Leverkusen's team selection. So it was absolutely poor.
I also
Hmm.
think that you should give Gasparini congrats for giving you the blueprint on how to play against Leverkusen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah. But speaking of moments, the next game, I honestly can't believe that it is possible. This kid has played 88 games for Barca already. Or sorry, yeah, had already played 88 games in general. It made no sense. At the age of 17, he's probably played the most games. I think he played more games than Pedri. He played most games than Messi, than Ronaldo as well at the same age. It's incredible, man. It's incredible what Yamal and Raphinha are doing at Barca. Like it's something. Did you guys get to watch the game? Obviously, Ainsley saw the game. I did try to I did try to watch it. I just slept half an hour before the game, assuming that I could get like a 30-minute nap, and I just fell through. I just slept the entire game and just woke up for the Liverpool game. Did you guys get to watch it before we come to Ainsley?
Yeah.
Not
And
I
really.
watched a bit of it but
I
Yeah.
don't know if
one
you
thing
guys
about
watched.
Barca, man, after the first, like, you know they were gonna go through, right?
Hmm. You
Like,
did.
yeah, like no, after the first, like, there's no doubt they were gonna go through. You
I
know,
mean, like, did you think it would be this easy though?
I mean, why not? Why not? They've
Okay.
got one of the
Uh-huh.
best players and two best players in the world. Not
Mm-hmm.
really a doubt, I think,
They
that
were,
they were
yeah,
gonna go through.
they were 10 men, and then they still managed to win away at Benfica. And I think more than enough confidence you want in a Champions League game.
Hmm.
I was expecting it to be a close game, I'll be honest, but like they
Same,
showed their
same.
class. They showed their class. Keep
Hmm.
Lamine Yamal free from injuries, keep him healthy, keep him safe. We are having
Hmm.
a Ballon d'Or winner very, very, very soon. So
Balanced. Okay, we'll come to
Yeah.
that point soon. Yeah.
not maybe not this season, but in the I meant like in the future. Like
Definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I
I
mean,
mean,
if
yeah,
Barca win the
good.
league and the Champions League, what's stopping Rafinha from winning the Ballon d'Or? You know?
Mm-hmm. Right, that's what, like, I know the Ballon d'Or conversation is kind of sensitive. Some say Salah deserved it, some say Vinicius, some
Nah,
say
nah, Salah
Rafinha.
doesn't deserve it anymore.
So, yeah, we'll come to that point. Ainsley, it's all yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, great game, great performance by our team, I'd say.
Mm,
Also, we are all talking about Lamine Yamal and Raphinha and all, and Pedri also we talk about. But first, we need to actually talk about Frankie De Jong, man. What a game he had! What
mm,
an amazing performance! I was actually talking to Arush also about this. He
mm,
was so good in the midfield yesterday, and I was like, I was waiting for this kind of performances from him. Obviously, he did not win the man of the match because Pedri
mm,
stole the show again. But
mm,
what a performance from him! And
mm,
I feel like the way he played, right? Because obviously we knew we did not have Pau Kubarsi, who is the best ball playing centre back in our team, and we started Araujo. And Araujo is I'd say a press trigger. I'd say he's not good on the ball, and
mm,
playing Frankie over there, it just helped us to be even like better on the ball from behind. Because Frankie was very calm on the ball. He could pick
mm,
out his passes. He was making runs into the box, and I feel like Pedri and Frankie, when they started playing together in Barcelona a few months back when after Hansi Flick had established himself already, I think he
mm,
started playing Frankie and Pedri, and at that point of time, Frankie had just returned from injury, and he was
right.
performing very badly. He was making loose passes. He was losing
Mm,
the ball easily. He was just looking lackluster in the
mm,
midfield. And I think what Hansi Flick did was he trusted him. He gave him a spot in the team, and told
mm,
him, "Yeah, okay, we know your capabilities, and we're going to play you according to that." And they played him, and Hansi Flick played him, and I think he had a phenomenal game man last night. And
mm,
also, like, there was this one moment in the game where I think Inigo Martinez got the ball, he passed it to Pedri. Pedri
mm,
gets the ball, passes it to Rafinha. Rafinha flicks the ball. Frankie de Jong runs towards the midfield, runs
mm,
through the midfield actually, and he
mm,
almost gets a goal. Passes the ball to Lamine and the whole sequence. Also, I'd
mm,
say like the game was very fluid. The attacking performance was very fluid. Also, I think Vignesh had said this on the last stream about us winning balls back easily. We are winning the ball very easily, fast. And also, I'd like to add to that is what I'd like to add to that is we win the balls and then we counter. It's like
mm,
very quick. We don't wait. Like before, what used to happen is to win the ball, then is to pass the ball back, and then is to start possession again. And
mm,
now it's not working like that. Now it's like if we win the ball and there are already players in the box.
mm,
And also like about the goals, I think the first goal was entirely Lamine Yamal. Man, what a
mm,
performance by him also. Like
true.
he got the ball, he's running through the midfield. And I think they should make rules, man, about football. Like the first rule should be don't let don't give Lamine Yamal space. And the second rule should be follow the first rule. Man, you can't give this guy space, bro. This guy gets space, he runs in the box, and then then you're seeing him near the edge of the box. He cuts in,
Mm,
sends two
mm,
players back to Benfica, and he goes straight to the penalty box, passes the ball, and that pass also. Like
mm,
I was just shocked when at the pass. He passed the ball, which is from his I think inside foot. It went straight to Rafinha's leg. It was
mm,
crazy that pass. And also, I think his goal also was really good, man. Because if you saw the sequence of that goal, basically what happened was we got a free kick, and the
mm,
free kick was at the near the touch line,
mm,
and Rafinha took the free kick, nobody headed the ball. It went
Hmm.
straight to the other side of the pitch. And usually, what a 17-year-old would do, he would wait. Like, he would not go and anticipate that ball. He would not go
Hmm.
running after that ball and think about it as an opportunity. He would wait
Hmm.
and let the ball go out and let them take a throw in. Lamine Yamal
Hmm.
actually went and took the ball. And I was
Hmm.
like, I stopped watching at that point. I was like looking away. But then he got the ball over there. He
Hmm.
ran in and then he took a touch out. I think he cut one player and
Hmm.
he just I don't know what he did, bro. He just shot the ball and
Hmm.
curled back into the net. And in the beginning, I thought the ball went out. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
whoa,
Hmm. Hmm.
that
Hmm.
was a crazy goal, man. That was one of the best goals I've seen from him. Seen from a 17-year-old in general. Like I have not seen other 17-year-olds do this. It was a crazy
Hmm.
goal. Like the ball just slid past the net. And of course, Raphinha again, top class performance from him again. Apart from the goals, he's also defending.
Hmm.
He's running, making the runs in the box. He's doing everything on the pitch.
Hmm.
Proper captain behavior, and a player obviously wasn't the captain
Hmm.
yesterday. I think Arao was the captain,
Okay.
but good performance from Raphinha also.
Hmm.
Also, I think Balde had an amazing performance too. Because in the first leg, I think he was really good and he was making all these runs through inside the box and all that. But he wasn't noticed as much. But yesterday he got his assist, and the assist also was quite a good assist of his because he got through the whole defense
Hmm.
and passed the ball to Rafinha. Rafinha obviously sharpshooter goal. Amazing,
Uh,
amazing.
mm-hmm. I think right now the energy is a little bit low in the stream, at least from the panelists, because uh, Bayern conceded a late goal, and City have equalized, if I'm not wrong.
No,
Am I audible, guys?
Yeah,
Brighton
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
equalized.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Brighton equalized,
Mm-hmm.
not City.
So it's
This is
Brighton,
very
but
typical. This is very typical Bayern choking unnecessary simple league games. Yeah, I'm used to it.
mm-hmm.
But
Bayern.
another news to cheat. Nottingham Forest 3-0 up.
What?
Forest 3-0 up.
We'll come there. We'll come there. We were talking about Barca. We'll come to the Premier League part. Yeah, the Barca part. I honestly couldn't believe that Yamal. I don't know from where to start. Like the Yamal assist to Raphinha. There was a whole 2 minute dissection on why that goal was made by Yamal, including the goal from. Even though Raphinha scored that goal, it kind of felt like it was Yamal who was like telling him when to make the run and all that. I mean, if you guys saw that, he was trying to like make sure that Rafinha holds his run before he puts in the ball. I mean, it was something, man. Is
Yeah,
he
I
really,
was I was going to
is he
say,
like really trying to like signal him to like not run, or like what? Or it was like just tacticians
no,
sometimes,
like
they go overboard and they just like say a bunch of things to like make sense of the situation. I
yeah,
felt like what they
I
said was
was
right, like him asking Rafinha to stop his run. Yeah.
I was going to say that like that. I think Rafinha and Lamine Yamal have found a real connection. I think in the team because
Hmm.
just the way they're playing right now is just crazy. They're assisting each other, and the
True.
crazy part is they don't even play close to each other. They're playing
Huh,
on
huh.
different sides of the pitch. So
True.
that I think is a very good sign for us because obviously Rafinha
Hmm.
this season he's been cooking, man. He's been
Hmm.
scoring every. I mean, all of his goals that have come in the UCL are either winning goals or goals that have put us ahead in the game.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, he's
The
been
other
great.
thing I think hasn't
Also,
been
like
mentioned is that goalkeeping performance in that first leg absolutely deserves
Oh,
credit.
Chesney.
Chesney in that first leg
Yeah.
Chesney.
was
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
insane.
yeah,
phenomenal.
Chesney first leg was insane. Hmm.
second leg he didn't really have anything to hold on to, like because
Hmm.
they almost all of the chances were offside.
Hmm.
Like I think what's his name, Vangelis Pavlidis. They scored a goal actually, but then that goal was ruled out for offside because Pavlidis was offside.
Hmm. Hmm.
And also like that moment where they scored the goal in the from the corner kick, that was kind of
Hmm.
a scare over there, I'd say. Like
Okay.
but then after
Hmm.
that we were so comfortable. Yeah,
Hmm. Raja, thoughts?
I didn't really watch the game, like both
Hmm.
legs. I didn't watch them, but I mean, it was obvious like Barcelona were going to win with the hype and all the everything that's been going for them,
Hmm.
the form and hype. But like, yeah, I mean, I'd be disappointed if they get knocked out by Borussia Dortmund. That'd be really shameful, in my opinion. I
Not happening.
yeah,
Not happening.
It's not gonna happen, man. Not a chance.
I'm, crazy things have happened. Okay, crazy things have
I mean,
happened. You
Barca is
never.
scoring
yeah.
goals for fun, man.
I
Uh-huh.
mean,
they got an easier run. I
the
mean,
second leg is
they
in
don't have to
the
get to semis at least.
Hmm.
the second
I
leg is
was.
in the Signal Iduna. So
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Arus says Yamal literally indicated Raphinha. Fine, I'll do it myself. You take the credit for it happen. But then the goal that he scored, man, it felt like it was going slow motion. Like it's like, going,
Oh
going,
yeah,
going. Somehow it just
also,
went in. It
left
didn't make
foot
sense.
curlers are always so
also,
satisfying.
Huh,
yeah.
huh. Yeah,
But
So
also,
exactly.
I will add that
Bayern
that goal that Lamine Yamal,
yeah,
the
Bayern fan
goal
knows
that
more
Lamine
about
Yamal assisted.
yeah, Raja.
Arjen Robben.
Yeah.
I
Ha
mean, the
ha
goat.
ha.
But I was going to say that that Lamine Yamal assist to Raphinha, if there's
Huh.
Lewandowski there, he's shooting it above the bar. I'm just going to put it out there, man. He's shooting it above the bar. I'm telling you.
Glad to
I've
hear.
already seen this. I've already seen this, man. He had a chance in front of goal uh,
Huh, huh.
in the same game. He had a chance in front of goal. He gets
Hmm,
the ball. He's clear on goal. He shoots it on
hmm,
the keeper. I've
hmm,
seen enough, man. What is this? We should have actually won this game like 5-1 or something. That good,
Hey, man,
good
don't
we played.
really talk too
Just that
much.
output was little missing.
hmm. I mean, just for the sake of banter, right? I would have kind of hoped that Bayern versus Barca happened just for Lewandowski's situation. Like, what is he going to do? How is he
It,
going to perform? Yeah.
it's still possible, but it's a Herculean task on our side to first beat Inter Milan. It's still
Huh, huh.
possible, but
Hmm.
yeah,
I'd say it's fairly difficult for us also, man, because like I said, the Signal Iduna Park in the second leg is going to be really tough for us. But
I'll
I
tell you
hope we
this.
can
Let
get
me
through.
tell you this with like Dortmund. Okay, I have a lot of experience playing like my teams playing against them.
Hmm.
They will scare you in the first 24 minutes. So just stay put for the first 24 minutes. Okay, like
Hmm.
24-25 minutes, and then after that they'll get confused because they'll be like, wait, whatever we're doing is not working, and that's your
Hmm.
time to just rip them apart. And Hansi
Hmm.
Flick knows that
I
better
mean,
than
if
you. So you don't worry about it.
yeah, he's never lost to them apparently, no?
Yeah, never, never.
Hansi Flick
Hmm.
is never lost to them. But also, like, we've already played Dortmund and we won over there in the Signal Iduna Park only.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's still like knockout stage is different, right? You cannot
Yeah,
just
Dortmund
rule out
always
any
do
team in the
some
knockout.
surprise. Like last year in the semis of the
Yeah, I
Champions
mean,
League, nobody thought they'll win.
yeah, that's what I was saying, right? About the PSG thing, they got
Hmm.
unlucky and all that. So,
True. 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 James, you were about to say something?
Sorry.
No, I thought you
I
raised
mean, I
your
was gonna
hand.
say, yeah, Barca, like, what Vignesh was saying, 20 minutes, sit back, whatever, and they'll score
Huh.
like 4 goals in 5 minutes. Barca, that's what they're
Uh-huh.
gonna do. You can already
True.
see it
True.
happening.
True. True. Probably Arsenal do need to take something from them or something. Yeah. But anyways, the next game, the next game, the next game. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. I probably will not stop talking about it. It was probably one of the greatest hate watches I've ever had. Though I didn't live stream. Probably if I live stream, I would have made all the watch hours. Probably I would have been monetized by this stream. I do not know, man. It's probably one of the greatest hate watches I've ever had in history. It was PSG was sorry, it was Liverpool versus PSG at Anfield, where the PSG fans were more vocal than the Anfield people. I mean, the Anfield noise or voice or whatever. It was phenomenal to watch. I mean, ballers, man, ballers everywhere in that PSG team. You could name uh, like Nuno is always has been good in the first leg. Pacho not so much, but then in the second leg, Pacho was phenomenal in that centre back position. I think he and Nuno was it Nuno? It's Nuno, right? Nuno Mendes, the left back. Am I right, or am I completely butchering the name?
yeah, Nuno Mendes,
Nuno
yeah.
Mendes. Yeah, Nuno Mendes. Yeah, these two were so good in like breaking down Liverpool's attack. Anything that came on the right side, Salah was nowhere seen in both the legs, and it was
Mm-hmm.
something. Man. It was absolutely something. But yeah, before all of us pile up on him, Jayant, yeah, go ahead. What's up?
Man,
PSG and
that
Anfield,
first
what
leg,
happened?
I haven't seen us dominated that badly. Man, we got bent over in that first, like absolutely bent over by PSG. Like
Hmm,
that's the definition of a smash and grab. I can't even lie. We didn't even deserve to
hmm,
win that game. Like
hmm.
they had what 20 something shots on our goal in that
Yeah.
first leg. If
Hmm.
PSG could finish, we would have been out of this tie in the first leg easy,
For sure. Yeah.
easily. The defense,
Hmm.
Pacho,
Hmm.
Nuno Mendes locking up Salah has to be studied, man. Like Nuno Mendes did an exceptional job. Salah stinker as well, but
Hmm.
let's not talk about that right now. But
Hmm.
PSG's defense, amazing. Midfield, amazing. Attack, amazing.
Hmm.
Kvaratskhelia, Ousmane
Oof.
Dembele,
Hmm.
and Desiree Doué. They
Hmm.
had Barcola. They all had
Barcola. Yeah. Hmm.
amazing games against us. Absolutely played us off the park.
Hmm.
Like apart from Allison, our whole team
Hmm.
dropped stinkers. In that
Hmm.
first leg, it was such a bad performance from us. I don't think I've seen us play that bad this season. I've been that pissed off this season. Since the
Hmm.
way we played. Even though
Hmm.
we won, I wasn't happy with the performance at all.
Hmm.
Like being dominated that badly is just isn't you. That's not what you want. You know.
Hmm.
Second, like I feel like we could have won. We had chances to make it 3-4-0 in that game, but we just didn't take the chances.
Hmm.
Partly because we couldn't finish, and partly
True.
because of PSG's amazing defense.
Hmm.
Pacho
Hmm.
in that game was huge. The amount of blocks he made in
Oh
that
yeah.
game was just pissing
Hmm.
me
Hmm.
off.
Hmm.
And I don't know what else to say apart from that we didn't deserve to go through.
Hmm. Hmm.
We
I
only
thought
out of the
McAllister
100
played
minutes
well.
out of the 200 plus minutes we played, we only deserved to win 45 of those minutes. Apart from that, PSG deserved to win the rest of them.
Oh yeah, the corner substitution somehow worked. He almost scored
Mhm.
twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He almost scored twice, and I
I
was like,
mean,
would have been some story.
the in the penalties, I think they should have kept McAllister and Szoboszlai. They should have kept
Hmm.
them at least. Like,
Taken Nuno's
why
off.
would you take them
Been
off,
donkey.
bro?
Uh,
Like,
uh,
Nuno's been fucking
McAllister is
donkey.
a World Cup winner.
hmm.
Hmm.
They have won the World Cup on penalties, and you take him off. It's mad. But also,
I
I'd
think
say
Uh,
he got his
yeah,
subs
like
wrong
I'd
in that
say that
game.
yeah, of course. But also, I think the attack, right? It's so fluid. Like you cannot tell which player is going to attack from which side. Also,
Hmm.
hmm.
like Dembele, for example, like he's ambidextrous. He can play with both of his feet. So you cannot tell from which side he will attack. He might attack
Hmm.
you from the left. He might attack you in the right. Center
Hmm.
also. The goal that he scored was from the in the middle, right? He got the ball. He carried the ball, passed
Hmm.
the ball to Barcola. He cut back and he scored. But I think Dembele, right, this season, the way he's been utilized has been phenomenal
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
he's starting as a striker in some games starting on the right. So like
Hmm.
players will eventually get confused. In the game also, I think Barcola he was also pretty good. He should have scored his chance. He was 1-on-1 with the keeper. Same
Hmm.
with Dembele. He should have scored his chance. But yeah, they didn't score, but they won the game, and I'd say it was a class performance from Luis Enrique. And um, but I think Dembele he deserves. I mean, I hate him. I hate Dembele, but like he deserves more credit, man. He deserves more
Uh,
credit because the stuff he did on the pitch that day, it was crazy. He was not scoring as much. He did not score as much, but as I said, he's a threat anyway, right? He's a threat anyway on the pitch. Maybe coming
hmm.
down the center, you'll find him, and then he'll beat you 1-1 and score a goal. So yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Louis Enrique and the current PSG team is like a mini idli sambar combination. It's just so perfect. He's finally got the right set of players who he can develop and just, it was really fun to watch. And like, so I've always, had a negative opinion about Paris Saint-Germain just because, their history and how they always rely on the superstars to do the job for them. And for the first time, they have actually sold all of them. they have this young team
Hmm.
driven by the French blood. Like most of their team is French, and the youngsters, trusting the youngsters, giving them the opportunity. I think that's a great combination. They played so well. The
Hmm.
only thing I would tell about them is I hope they don't keep missing opportunities. The amount of chances they got, right? I hope they don't keep missing that, because that's going to be very costly in the later stages of the UCL.
Hmm.
Shout out to Desiree Doué. If I'm
Ah,
pronouncing his
yeah.
name.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
was outrageous. I don't understand how France produces those kind of young talents, but it's just phenomenal. Great stuff
Hmm.
from their team overall.
And he is such a baller. He reminded me so much of Neymar. So much of
As much
Neymar.
as
I
we're
mean,
being
hmm.
sorry, as much as we're being negative about Liverpool and PSG positive, I think Allison at the age of 32, that
Hmm.
performance was one of the best performances I've seen, maybe apart from Courtois in that final
Uh-huh.
where we lost 1-0. I think it's one of the greatest goalkeeping
Hmm.
performances you'll see in a long,
Hmm.
long
Hmm.
time. Considered what 5 xG in that game, and they didn't score a single goal. He had an
True.
amazing
True.
performance. Allison did.
Hmm. 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 I like from having this conversation almost like after the second, like I kind of realized that, oh wait, we didn't have this conversation right after the first leg. I was like, wait, why is he bringing up the Allison performance? I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, makes sense. We didn't talk after the first leg. Makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, again, you know what? We'll actually bring up the first leg as well. Like first leg, Konate red card. I have no idea how that didn't become a red card. I didn't understand how PSG peppered them so much and somehow Harvey Elliott came out as winners. It was something, man. There's so much riding on this game. Nobody expected it to be like this sort of game. I think people like. I mean, at least I
This
expected.
is
Huh.
this is one of those games where you can kind of say like football is very cruel, because
Uh,
Liverpool had an amazing UCL league group, right? They finished on
hmm,
top,
hmm,
phenomenal performance.
hmm.
PSG were actually going to get knocked out of even playoffs. They were not even going to get qualified
Yeah,
in the playoff.
yeah,
That's how
yeah.
poor they were. And then they just
Hmm,
scraped inside the playoff, and then now it's from nowhere they just turned their
hmm, hmm,
destiny
hmm.
upside down. That's just insane. Like the
And
way.
That's
also,
why
they
I think
lost on the last day against PSV. If I'm not wrong, you guys lost against PSV, Liverpool.
Liverpool lost against PSV. Yeah, we
Yeah,
lost.
that is why I think there was a domino effect because of that. Since they lost against PSV PSV finished higher than a certain team, and that is why you guys had to face
And also, if
PSG. Yeah,
Barca didn't bottle it that day, they would have played PSG.
bottle it
'Cause they
which
drew
oh
that last game.
the first game against Monaco. No,
No, it was the final game. They drew that game, and then they were actually top of the league when they win that game, but then they conceded a goal late on, and then they came second.
who did
I can't
Barca
remember.
play in the end? I forgot.
Hey,
Let's
they
check.
lost to these guys, right? Like,
Benfica, right? Was that their last
I
game?
think it was
No,
Benfica, wasn't it? Yeah.
no,
no, no,
Benfica was
they
I
lost.
think the second
No, that
last
was
game.
a
If I'm not
6-4,
wrong.
wasn't it? Like 6-4 or something. Benfica, wasn't
Five
it?
four,
5-4,
five four.
5-4, 5-4, 5-4. See,
What
I'm
was that?
sure that I'm sure they lost against Monaco the first game. I think. Basically, I think Araujo got the red card. If I'm not wrong, it was kind of very similar to what happened against PSG last season. Because
Oh, okay, okay.
I was like, this feels very familiar. I think against Bakayoko, if I'm not wrong, he got the red card as well.
I'm checking and
I
see.
don't. Yeah, yeah. Check.
It
They also dropped point
was
versus Atlanta.
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, it was Atlanta 2-2 Atlanta. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
So if they won
Like,
that game, they would have played PSG in this round.
Hmm. Hmm.
But football is a cruel game.
Yep. Football is a cruel game. Yeah, for sure. And also, what do you think about this Arneslot's comments? Him saying that it's not fair that we finished first and we had to play PSG.
I said
I
that
mean,
he
the
said that.
last
football is a
episode
cruel
we
game.
did. That
That's
it's
very
not fair,
And, is it real? And see, maybe because Arsenal beat PSG, I didn't think it would be much of a test for you guys. Maybe PSG needed that extra more time to like gel
No,
well
the
as a team.
context. No, the context is PSG
Hmm.
were actually had a very bad start to the season. Because what I feel is they were still adapting to life after Mbappe.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
now
Huh.
all 11 players had to contribute equally, and it's not just relying on the guy who plays on the left, right?
Hmm.
So that adapting thing took time.
Hmm.
PSG president, no criticism on the manager and the team. He said, "You take how much ever time you want. We are building for
Hmm.
the future. That's their
Right.
project. That's the new project now. That's why they have Louis Enrique."
Right.
To their luck, towards December, they came back on track.
Hmm.
They're actually killing everybody in the league as well, like they normally do. They had a
Hmm.
shaky start to the league. Like they kept
Hmm.
winning, but it was very
Hmm.
close games,
Hmm.
controversial stuff like that. But then they got
Hmm.
back on track there. So by the
Hmm.
time Liverpool had to play PSG, they had their shit together. So
Fair enough. Makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. And with
Hmm.
regards to slot saying it's unfair, I mean, that's the part where football is cruel, right?
Huh.
Because ideally, a team as good as PSG should have finished in the top 10 or top 12 of the league. Nobody
Hmm.
expected them to finish so, like in the
Hmm.
end, right? Similar
Huh.
with like Bayern and Madrid. Even they were in the bottom and
Hmm.
they just somehow came in, right?
Huh.
So, yeah, I mean, that's why it's a very cruel game sometimes. Very
Hmm.
unfortunate.
Hmm.
Hey, I mean,
Because
you
I
can't say
remember,
that PSG
like,
didn't deserve to win. You know, they deserve to win.
yeah, they
You can't
definitely
say they didn't
deserve to
deserve
win.
to win.
Definitely deserve to win, man. I was something else. Like, Raja, do you have some things to say? Because I remember you saying some things to me, and I thought it'd be best if you share it on stream as well.
Uh, I didn't really watch the first leg,
Huh.
but I did catch up with the second one.
Hmm.
I think PSG hit on Liverpool's weakness. I mean, they cannot defend really that well against pacey attacks, and they really have so much pace in attack, and they exploited it.
Hmm.
And also Liverpool aren't that dominating in midfield, which is where like PSG's like they have so many short players in there, and they really struggle when they are pressed man to man.
Hmm.
And that's what Arsenal did when we played them, and we just played them off the park in midfield. I
Hmm.
think PSG's real weakness is in midfield, where if they have this space to play with, and they'll cook you. I mean,
Hmm.
Vitinha and all these guys, like they're really good with
Hmm.
ball to feet. But when it comes to making it physical, I think they'll find it hard. And
Hmm.
okay, you can say that like they've been adapting when we played them in the beginning of the season, but I feel nothing much has changed, and I think they'll be exposed when they play a more physical team. But Champions League is something different, right? Like you get all the more space in this game, and it
Hmm.
depends on the opponent.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, I mean PSG deservedly went through. I mean, looking at
Hmm.
the statistics and all, but
True.
Liverpool had their chances. I mean, they weren't like what we say just folded like that. It went to
Hmm. Hmm.
penalty shootout. I mean, that says a lot about PSG as well,
Hmm.
like with their
Hmm.
finishing and everything.
Yeah.
It just shows how lack of experience is still gonna hurt them in the
Hmm.
stages ahead.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I also want
I
to
Yeah.
think.
add, in
Yeah.
our last three knockout games at Anfield, we've lost them all. Atlanta,
What?
Madrid, and now PSG.
All?
Yeah, so Atlanta in the
Yeah.
Europa League, we lost 3-0. Madrid 5-2 the year before, and now we lost to PSG at Anfield.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh.
Oh,
Last week,
oh,
last season,
that's
yeah, yeah. You guys
crazy.
lost
Okay.
to against you lost against Atlanta. That's why Atlanta. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah. Huh. Oh,
That's
two
crazy
legs
to think
Atlanta
about,
was like
right?
something else. Hmm. Because for
damn.
me, it was like back in 2020 when Atletico won against Liverpool at Anfield, a late winner. I don't know if you guys remember. And
Yeah,
after
yeah.
Oh,
that,
don't even
the world
start me
just
on
like
that
stopped.
moment.
You guys just like stopped. I mean, the world just stopped, and after that, I don't remember. Wow, you guys have damn. Okay. Huh.
Yeah, it's bad.
I didn't. Okay. Hmm. I didn't realize. I didn't even realize this. Okay. For me, like still Anfield knockout means that Barca game where you guys came and won 4-0. That is like
Yeah,
that's all. That's always in my mind. Like
since
it
that,
was
it's just
something.
gone downhill, man. I don't know what's
Hmm.
happened.
And also, I think one criticism you guys could agree upon is for the fact that Arnstad has made great substitutions in his entire Premier League thing in terms of like making those right substitutions at the right time. But I think this time, not having this thing. Soboslai or actually removing McAllister felt like a mistake in my opinion. I thought
Mm-hmm.
McAllister was having a good game.
He's having a
I'm not
very, but then he yellow carded, so he's going to miss the next leg. So I don't see why not just keep him on for the rest of the game. You know.
exactly, and again, like how Ainsley said, right, in the penalties as well, he'll be useful. And then the penalties
Mhm.
order was something I was like, how do you have Van Dijk? How do you have these guys not take it when like and giving it to someone who, like Nunes, who's like not that confident these days, right? Like he's
Let's call
not
him a
been.
donkey. He's a donkey. Is what he's a donkey. That's what he is, man. Nunes is a
Okay,
donkey.
man. Well, I've even said the one guy who I didn't want to miss a penalty was Nunes, and
Yeah,
that.
I was literally messaging Suchit. I'm like, damn, I really hope this guy scores. Like, it's not good for
Uh-huh.
his confidence. But
Exactly,
then just
exactly.
the way he walked up, set the ball, you could feel he was gonna miss it.
Yeah.
Like, it was so
Right.
weird. You
No.
just got that vibe,
No.
and I didn't get that with anybody else.
No. Yeah. No.
I
He was.
didn't feel like he was going to score in my like I really didn't think he was going to score. Like one of the most obvious ones that Pakka is going to miss, no doubt. No chance he's scoring from this. But yeah,
When
it
I
just
saw Nunes was going to take a penalty, I was like, yeah, it's done. We're losing this game.
uh, uh,
Horrible,
fine.
but
Yeah.
they deserve to
Mm,
win. They deserve
mm.
winners, to be honest.
True, true, true. Well, the most controversial game, I think collectively all three of us hate this team. Obviously, Raja has his own liking towards it. It is Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. I have no idea, right? See, for the first time, I was like watching both these teams play. I don't watch that much of La Liga because um I don't have that much free time like how I used to. So I was like fully like ready for this game. And then one of the players who I rate highly and I'm glad he left Chelsea was Conor Gallagher, because even before this game, even in the league, he did really well. There was that one clip where he makes those last ditch tackles, and Simeone and the entire stadium goes crazy, right? And that's what happened. Gallagher scores. Atletico Madrid, the entire stadium erupts, man. I had to even reduce the volume in my laptop to like bear watching the game with any sound and to see what had happened. It's stupid. It's stupid. Raja, yeah, you can go ahead and tell how great Madrid played and shit like that.
I mean, they didn't play well, even in both legs. I mean, it was just a frustrating watch. I'm
Hmm.
not a fan of Ancelotti football. I mean, he gets the
Uh,
result somehow, but like, I don't know how it happens. I mean, even I'm surprised all the time.
hmm.
Eh, The first leg was crap. I mean, we didn't create much, but at the end of the day, we won 2-1 at home, and then
Hmm.
like the away the second game, it was
Hmm.
early goal. I thought like, yeah, I mean, we are done for today. But then again, yeah, they didn't convert their chances or take
Hmm.
their chances, and then Vinny had a what we say world class stinker. I mean, it was horrible to watch him play
Uh, uh, uh.
in that game.
Hmm.
And rightfully so, he was hooked. I mean,
Hmm.
people were saying like he should have stayed and redeemed himself. Like, I mean, cut the crap and just get him out. Like, he was just a liability for the team.
Hmm.
And then like, I mean, Real Madrid team these days is just Valverde, Bellingham, and Inshallah. I mean, these two guys are carrying this team
Hmm.
completely defense and in attack. And then
Hmm.
Courtois obviously has good games in these knockout games. I mean, he does really well.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, nothing more to add. I mean, game is just like chaos. I mean, both teams are just like that. They
Hmm.
just create chaos and do nothing basically.
Hmm. Hmm.
Even like when you look at the statistics, I mean, they don't create much,
Hmm.
and you just to and fro of whole lot of nothing.
Hmm.
But credit to Atletico because they fought really well.
Hmm.
These guys, these guys are not the favorites, but like yeah, they could have won, but
Hmm. Hmm.
it's Madrid and things happen.
Yeah.
I don't know about the
What the
personally. I
arrogance you said it with, it's Madrid, it happens.
No, like also I didn't know about the Julian Alvarez thing where like they talked about double touch. I never knew it before today.
Uh, hmm,
I was
hmm, hmm.
surprised like why they ruled it out, and then like people were saying it usually doesn't happen like when player slips. Like usually ball just crosses the bar, but like somehow
Hmm.
it went in.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
was honestly like surprised, man. Like coming into the second leg itself, I thought Atletico had the game played properly. It's not like Madrid like completely like won the game or something. It was just one goal deficit. And I think Simeone was happy with that, right? And then Gallagher equalizing the tie within like 30 seconds was phenomenal. But then beyond that, I think the game was all right for 45 minutes, and after that, it was kind of a snooze fest. I kind of have to agree to that. And what do you guys think? Do you guys felt bored like beyond that, or?
Oh yeah, no, it was a very boring game.
Hmm.
After that Gallagher initial, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be such a good game now. 40-second goal.
Hmm.
It's gonna be an amazing die, and then it just died.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Like,
it almost felt like Real Madrid knew they're going to win, and they just
hmm.
stayed back and like just nothing fancy, nothing too funny. Yeah. But
That Vinicius penalty miss was something, man.
That was
Like
pretty
till
funny, man.
till then he had a record of scoring 4 out of 4, and then he misses that penalty. The memes that came out of that, and I was like, okay, good. Finally, I think this time Madrid are not going to play their juju or whatever. And then the penalty.
yeah,
Go- it didn't make sense, dude. It honestly didn't make sense. Like I know in the rule book it says that if it touches, that means the if it touches the first time, it's not been scored with that first touch. That is why the penalty will be like striked out. And also for a fact that apparently the balls have technology in it where it kind of triggers like a sneako thing. If you're a cricket fan, you'll understand that there's a sneako kind of thing, which is what made this thing the VAR check it apparently, if I'm not wrong. I mean, at least that is what I read. I don't know how far this is true.
no,
Uh,
I don't know about the ball sensor thing because I've heard FIFA is trying to implement that in World Cup. I don't know
uh,
if it's still been implemented in the UEFA.
uh,
What triggered the VAR to go check it is because Alvarez slipped. Because ideally, when a player slips while taking a penalty, the ball is
hmm,
supposed to go off target, right?
hmm, hmm,
And they're like,
hmm,
"Why? Oh, wait, because Alvarez cannot be a good player who can actually control the ball and score. That's not possible, right?" So, and the other thing which really hurts me is see, like, I have fine Real Madrid definitely 15
hmm,
champions. They own the tournament, right?
hmm,
It's their thing. You
hmm,
have the world class players. Play a good goddamn game, thrash your opponent and go, right? People are going to just move away and respect you. Why
hmm,
does it have to always be like this? Always something funny. And what really upsetted me was VAR always chooses the Real Madrid fixture match to do
hmm,
research and development. They're like, oh wait, something happened here. Let's explore and see our rule book, see what happens, and like stuff like that. That was kind of unfortunate. But hats off to Atletico. What a performance. Very
hmm.
bad. Feel bad for them.
True, true. I mean,
And for Real Madrid, I would say Fede Valverde and Rodrigo. Rodrigo always goes
all. Hmm,
under the news because
hmm,
of how big Bellingham's PR and Mbappe's PR and Vinicius PR is. But
hmm,
I
hmm,
think Rodrigo is just world class. Like I would love to have Rodrigo in my team. It's
hmm,
so
hmm,
good.
hmm.
The work rate just to
Hmm.
attack, defend for 120 minutes, it's crazy. So hats off to Rodrigo and Fede Valverde. I don't know, he's just out of the world. What he's doing there is
He's
unreal.
jack of all trades, pretty much. Fede
Yeah,
is. He can play
yeah,
True,
everywhere.
true.
yeah.
Hmm,
He literally covers the ground of two players. Like this
Yeah,
guy
yeah. Two
is
players.
something
He's
else.
he's equal to two players on the pitch. It's I'm not even kidding. He can play. He now he's playing right back as well, and it's just ridiculously amazing. So yeah,
Did you
In
guys
this
see at
Real
the end of the
Madrid
game where
team, yeah, go
Bellingham
on.
was heading the water bottles thrown at him
yeah,
from
uh,
the
uh, uh.
Atletico crowd?
that was
Oh, dude,
hilarious. Yeah,
it was something, man. Like, yeah, yeah. I was taking the mick out of it, but Real Madrid, Real Madrid.
As a Real Madrid Arsenal fan, like I've never saw both teams play against each other, so it'll be a nice experience.
Hmm,
But I think, I mean, of course, Real Madrid are the favorites as usual in these
hmm,
Champions League games.
hmm,
But the way they play, I think Arsenal have a really good chance to beat them. I don't know, like people are negative, but with the amount of space they give the team, I think
hmm.
Arsenal have a really good chance. I think we can be
But
positive
then
on that.
also with Arsenal, your attack is not there anymore. You know, to exploit that space in
Uh,
behind. They don't have Saka,
True.
who's pretty much your main attacker at this point, I
Mhm.
think. But
Well,
yeah,
we'll come
what
to the Arsenal side
Saka?
of things in a bit. We'll come to the Arsenal
Yeah,
side of
okay,
things.
okay.
I'm sorry, I have to cut it. But yeah, we'll just wrap up the Merit thing and then we'll go to the Arsenal thing. Ainsley, do you have anything to say regarding the Atletico versus Madrid versus Real Madrid tie?
Firstly, as I'm sorry for leaving abruptly. I just got some work. Some work came up. But
No, no.
yeah, I think this. I think this tie. I think the goal that Atletico scored in the first minute, it must have given everyone hope because what was it? 27 seconds into the game, they came and they scored. And the
Mm,
goal also was the sequence of the goal was pretty good, I'd say, because
mm,
Simeone went inside. Rodrigo
mm.
de Paul, who's a center mid, he went out, and then all of that thing happened. They scored and all. Gallagher scored, crazy haram ball. But I yeah, but
Uh,
I think what disappointed me the most was Mbappe and Vinny Junior. Man. Like you're playing in the biggest club competition, and I think Mbappe's idol is Cristiano, man. Like when your idol is Cristiano, you're dropping this kind of performance. It's crazy, man. I don't know what he was trying to do. Like he was going back to the defensive line. He was coming
mm,
back up. He was trying to dribble. I don't know. I don't know. First leg I saw him completely, and I was like, yeah, this guy is useless. He's not even. I mean, not useless. He's really good, but in the game he was really bad. Man. Even Vinicius
mm,
Junior. I don't know. Ever since
mm.
he put out that tweet saying he'll do it 10 times better, only thing he's done 10 times better is fighting. Only thing he's done 10 times better. He's been fighting with
And
La Liga
complaining.
refs. He's been
Uh,
fighting in the he's only been complaining. He's another. I don't know, get hate from United fans, but Bruno is quite like him. He's quite like him. But
uh,
but again the and also about that second leg, I saw the first half and Atletico was leading 1-0. I almost knew at that point of time that Real Madrid are going to win the game. At that
mm,
point of time, I came to know Real Madrid are going to win the game, and it will be funny because they are obviously losing the game 1-0 and the game is draw. But then it's Real Madrid win. They find a way to win somehow. Champions
mm,
League.
mm, mm.
Regarding
I
the
mean, they find
call, I wanted to talk about this call about that offside call, not offside call, sorry,
Penalty.
penalty. I think
penalty.
obviously there is a rule that says double touch is obviously that rule is there. But if this
Mm.
was Arsenal, nobody is calling this a penalty. Nobody is taking away this penalty. Man. I don't think so. They're taking away this penalty. It's Real Madrid. Second
Mm.
of all, I'd say that the rule is there, obviously, but it's a little too harsh, I think. It's very harsh because you see the contact is negligible, man. Like, where's
Yeah,
the contact?
barely any
I
contact.
couldn't even see the contact. There's barely any contact.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
I think the rule should have made in such a way that if there's a contact and the ball has deviated from its trajectory
Mm.
by big margins, only then it should have been taken off. But in this case,
Yeah.
they should have allowed him to retake the penalty. Just the easiest thing you can do is allow him to retake the penalty if you all think it is a double touch. But yeah, man,
Mm.
I've always
Yeah, because
seen. I've been here, man. I've been here.
when a goalkeeper comes out of the line to save, you retake. And
Mm.
something
You
like this
retake the
should
penalty
also be given a
exactly.
fair. Yeah, it's and I think that's the
But
point when
also, you
Madrid.
cannot. I
Yeah,
mean, you
go
cannot say that they would have won from here. I'm not going to say Atletico is going to win from here. And I'm not going to say that Madrid are robbers or cheaters or something. That there's an actual rule that says that, right? That double touch is. But I'm only saying the rule is really harsh. It's very harsh, man, because the touch was negligible. I couldn't see the touch. Most of the people were watching. They didn't even realize maybe it was double touch. And
Mm.
he did top bins also apparently. I didn't watch the penalties. I went to
phenomenal.
sleep
Also,
at halftime knowing that
Messi
Madrid are.
had a similar penalty in the World Cup where he double touched the ball, and the penalty counted
Yes,
in the World
Mm.
Cup. So
Yeah,
but
so
apparently I heard that it was like a edited video or something. I don't know how far it is true.
no, actually the double touch did exist. So what now it's happening is after this controversy has happened, now apparently UEFA and FIFA are meeting. Now it's become a serious thing. So
Hmm.
because Atletico Madrid actually put in a case for this as well. So
Cool.
they're actually reviewing this rule. So I'm guessing probably by next season they'll have a updated rule for
Yeah.
this. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm. It's
Yeah,
always
but what I'll say is Barcelona fans, I don't know why they're crying on the internet. Like they haven't seen this happen before, man. They have seen this happen countless times in the La Liga. They have seen this happen again and again and again and again. I'm bored of it at this point. I'm watching the UCL and like Madrid it just goes and they win every game. And I'm sitting over there like, yeah, whatever.
Ainsley, I'll agree with you. I'm also kind of bored of it. My heart goes out to Atletico because Bayern, we ourselves have like 4 incidences with Real Madrid, like 4. It's so hilarious. We rarely play in like the span of 7-8 years. I have 4 examples. So yeah, my heart goes out to like Atletico fans at this point. Like, yeah, man, when you play Real, that's the rule, right? This is like the UEFA rule. If you play Real Madrid, be good enough to rip 3 or 4 goals against them and put the game to rest, or you're not winning. I think that's kind of
Yeah,
Even then, maybe you're not winning.
you're
Even
not
then,
gonna win
maybe
like
you're
this.
not winning
Remember
maybe
that
you're
because
not
Man
they'll
winning.
City
You have
score
to be
three
honest.
goals within two
semi-final,
minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
semi-final against Man City. They came back from what 4-2
Yeah,
down or something to win the
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Three goals they scored or something, right?
Still, it's not. Yeah, they'll do something. Still, they'll find a
Also,
way.
Also, I don't know if you all saw Oblak's statement after the game. Actually, really good professional statement by Oblak, actually, because he said it's very
Hmm.
difficult to beat Madrid, and to beat Madrid, you need to be the perfect team and have the perfect match, which I
Hmm.
think is true, man. You need to have the perfect match to defeat Madrid. And now, after seeing this, like before this, I was like, if we get Madrid in the finals, we have a chance. Now, I don't think so, man. If we get Madrid in the finals, it's over. It's done. If we
And
somehow reach, I'm not saying we're going to reach 100%, but if we somehow reach, man, it's done.
the
Just
players
put the
need to
prize in the
play well,
bag,
though.
it's over.
How does this app keep happening? How
Yeah,
do they keep playing like
Yeah,
shit
exactly.
and keep going? You
every
know,
single time.
I have
Hmm.
seen a PSG fan get angry at this man. He was pissed. He's like, how do they play shit every game and they get through?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
It's mad.
is it that ball guy with that earphone and guy? No?
what?
Is it some
Pardon?
other PhD fan? Is it some other PhD fan that you're talking about? There's a one content creator from who's a PhD fan who said that, oh, Arsenal are so shit. I can't believe we are losing to this Arsenal and all that. So I thought you were like talking with the same PhD fan.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
That PSG fan, I think, is quite famous. And PSG guy is the most worst opinions, I think, on YouTube, man.
Ha ha.
The rubbish opinions, yes. He's like, Lamine Yamal is overrated, it seems. The guy is 17, bro. What do you expect from him?
It can't be as bad as Babs, man. Babs was
I'll
the
tell you
worst.
this. I'll tell you this. As a Bayern fan, I'm so
Uh,
happy, but because even though we may not have success in this year's UCL, we are going
hmm.
to be losing to good football, and none of this because I don't have to play Real Madrid. I'm not on
Oh,
that
ha,
side
ha.
of the.
Ha, ha, ha. You're
I
on the
play
other side. Yeah.
Inter. If I manage to beat Inter, I play Barca. So I'm going to lose to good football. I respect that. I totally respect that. I'm very
No,
glad.
but
I mean, you can never say, man. We might lose again
To whom? To Madrid.
to
What? Not
Bayern.
this year, no. I need break. I need at least 1 season break. We lost to them controversially last year. Give me 1 season break. I'll play them again next year. It's fine. Yeah.
nah, it's gonna be a PSG Madrid if it does happen. It's gonna be a very interesting game to watch, I think.
Oof.
Yeah,
Oh
to
yeah.
me also, I think this will be the best game. I think the
Yeah,
Hmm.
best game
probably
of
after.
quarterfinals is Bayern Inter. Yeah,
PSG,
right. Best game of the
PSG Aston Villa as well is
Arsenal,
a block.
Real, Barca,
Arsenal,
Hmm.
Real, Barca, and Dortmund, right?
Dortmund. Yeah.
Barca Dortmund, I think, will be a
yeah.
very one-sided game if I'm not wrong. I genuinely feel it'll be
The
a very
I
first
don't
leg
think
will
so,
be
man.
tricky. Okay, the
Hmm.
first leg will be a little close, you will feel, and then the second
Hmm.
leg, Barca will hammer.
They'll
That's how
Hmm.
it's
just
going
blow
to
them
Hmm.
away. It's not even a competition.
Hopefully, let's see.
Raja, you want to say something? You unmuted yourself.
Yeah, I mean, Jay was saying PSG will go through. I don't think they might beat Aston Villa as well. Like I think Aston Villa will
Ooh!
have the number.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
be. Damn. Okay,
I hope
nice.
PSG wins, but yeah, we'll see.
It just
Nice.
depends if PSG are gonna finish on that day or not.
Hmm.
Correct, correct. That's the thing.
But
PSG
I
need to
want,
be
I
too
want,
clinical.
I want PSG to win just so that Madrid have some competition in the UCL.
You
Like
wait, man. You wait.
if they play
Wait,
Aston Villa,
Arsenal are yet to demolish Madrid. You wait. You wait. Madrid are
you
yet to
doing
face
anything,
Bukayo
bro.
Saka.
Bro, second leg
Madrid are
Bernabeu, it's done. Second leg is Bernabeu, it's done. There's
It
no
is
chance.
fine. It is fine. They're yet to face the mighty
I'm
Arsenal.
telling you, bro. I'm telling you, this Mbappe and Vinicius Junior are going to feast. Feast. I'm
Okay.
telling you.
Since you brought it
Feast.
up, right? Since you
Bro,
brought it up, we'll
Mbappe
just
versus
Ansley,
Saliba,
Ansley, you're
Bernabeu will be
giving
the funniest thing
Suchit.
ever.
Ansley, you're giving Suchit a lot of content. Even by mistake, Arsenal win, he's going to clip your video and make some edit out of it.
I know this. I know. He's done this
But
already, I
he's so
think.
famous.
we'll switch to Arsenal pretty swiftly. This game bullshit. We played five left backs. We somehow made those five left backs play like it was prime Barca. The way Fury, Miles Lewis Kelly, and Zinchenko were like linking up, it was like, bro, PSV have some shame. You're letting left backs play like prime Barca, and you're Tierney playing left wing. Whatever, man, it doesn't matter. This is not the whole point. Give me Madrid. Give me damn Madrid. That is the whole point.
Bro,
I've said
all I'll say about the PSV game is Sterling showed up, bro. You need to give him credits.
Yeah,
You need to give
Sterling
my man
showed up,
Sterling
Odegaard
credits,
showed up.
bro. He
the
showed
ref
up.
the
Like,
referees can go shoot themselves, man. Declan Rice yellow card was the most stupid yellow card I've ever seen on this planet. And then when he's playing against Madrid, he'll be on one. He's just one yellow card away from suspension for the next leg. So it's just stupid. It's just
It's
stupid.
not Suchi, it's not gonna change the outcome. You're not gonna
Hey,
beat Madrid
you
anyway.
have
yeah,
no idea,
exactly.
man. You have no idea. I have said this. I have said this on March 9th. Give me Real Madrid. I do not care. I honestly do not care. I personally feel that Arsenal would do well. Coming back to reality, I do not think we will beat them, but I think we will do well. Right? Because I think defensively we're good. In the midfield, we are decent. Okay, we are average
Yeah, I think this is
depending
a
on the day. Attack, we are dog shit. But the likes of Saka coming back, the likes of Martinelli also coming into his fitness, I feel some miracle needs to happen.
I'd say
Ethan Veneri as a false nine, Martinelli and Saka on the
There's your
wings.
miracle.
You bring
There's
it
your
on, man.
miracle.
Yeah, exactly. You
There's your
bring it.
miracle.
This is my hopium. This is my copium. Liverpool can go kill themselves. I don't care. But if Arsenal
Hey
do
man,
a
just
number
listen,
against
listen, right?
Madrid,
Just listen for a second, right? Like you have no attack. I don't know why you're saying that you have no attack. Saka's not coming back in time for the Madrid game, is he?
he's already back in fitness. He's already back in training.
He's back in training, but he's not match fit yet. There's a difference between back
It is
from injury and
Bukayo
being
no.
match
I
Saka.
fit
think,
from a hamstring
You are
surgery, right?
forgetting it is Bukayo Saka. You could probably stab him. You
brother.
could probably tackle him. Anything. He'll still stand and play on
Hey,
the entire
Suchi,
90
Uh,
he just
minutes.
had hamstring
Stop with the
surgery,
hype,
bro.
Suchi.
He's
That's a
not coming
hamstring
back that
injury.
quickly. He just had hamstring surgery.
It is Bukayo Saka. You are not. You're not. I
Come
guess you
on,
guys
man.
are. You're undermining Arsenal, man. I don't get this point.
No, I'm
It's
not
just
undermining
Madrid.
Arsenal. I'm just saying, like, you can't expect Arteta to rush him back for this game and
That
risk
is why
him
there is a
re-injuring that
two two,
hamstring
two
again
weeks
before next
international
season,
break.
right?
That is why I think he will have enough time to get into fitness. There is still time.
He'll be ready. Yeah, he'll be ready, but I don't think he'll be at his best because hamstring injuries are no joke. I mean, ask Ainsley, he knows all about with Dembele.
Dembele.
So
Bro, I
Okay.
had to bring up Dembele for some reason.
my
Nah, but
thoughts.
regardless, he's been playing very good.
See, I'll tell you this. Okay,
Hmm.
what is the I don't know the context of the Champions League? You throw anything at Real Madrid, they'll find a way
Hmm.
and they'll win. Right?
Huh.
That's the
Huh.
understanding.
Hmm.
I feel like Arsenal is the only team right now that's remaining who can
Hmm.
actually throw something at them which they have no idea. They're like, dude, what are you doing here? But then they somehow scrape. I feel Arsenal is capable of that's all. That's all I'm.
Exactly. You guys are playing with attack and then losing. We have no attack. And I think we will win. You are not able to understand. Ainsley also said, with attack you can win games, but with defense you can win championship. With our defense, We will win the UCL. You just
The
watch,
same
man. You just
defense that let
watch.
Man United and West Ham score. The same defense that let Man United and West
Yes.
Ham score. And
Yes, I agree. I agree. I completely agree. See, that in those games we had to go and attack. In this game, Madrid have to come and
yeah,
attack.
yeah. What you mean.
I'll
That
say
is
this:
Arteta's
that is
the
Arteta
why.
has
round ball 10 times, the
absolutely.
ball is coming back, man.
See,
That
nobody
is
expects Arsenal to go through in this fixture, right?
Yeah.
So there's
exactly.
basically zero pressure on the players. So they can actually
Hmm,
go out there for experience and exposure and have fun. And a lot
exactly.
of times, this is
Hmm,
what leads to great performances and something could happen. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
was telling Suchit. I think Ethan Waneri should just be dropped in the Bernabeu game. Like he needs to go there. He's like, dude, this is your time to
hmm,
show the world your transfer value. And like, just do it.
Oh, Lucas
hmm.
Vasquez versus
Like,
one area is gonna be so funny, man.
yeah, that guy can't defend, by the way. Vasquez can't defend, man.
Oh,
Like
God,
against
damn,
the in the first El Clasico, I remember
Hmm,
Vasquez was lost. Like
hmm,
I think there was a loose ball or something, and Rafinha just ran past him, man. And I couldn't. I
hmm,
was like, "What is this guy? Man? He's not even defending." But I
hmm,
don't think Vasquez is even going to play though. Valverde is going to play, right?
hmm. I think Valverde
Valverde is going
Valverde
to play.
plays Valverde on the right.
he's a right back, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, Valverde
Yeah,
on the
he
right.
plays right back.
So that
Is it
means it would
the
be
left
like
back?
Saka. It would be I think Martinelli because Martinelli is left winger, right?
Vaneri.
Vaneri is right winger.
Right
Oh
wing.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm,
Right
hmm,
wing,
hmm.
yeah.
Vaneri is a
Also,
right winger.
Ferland
hmm.
But
Mendy is
Saka will
injured.
be back though.
Ferland Mendy is injured. So Fran Garcia is probably going to start for them.
No,
He's a good player.
but I think he'll just be back. I think it's just like a small injury after
Oh, is it?
international break.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean
okay.
at least that's what Fabrizio or whatever the report came out. That's what it said.
The guy you should be careful about is
Mm, that idiot, right? I thought that fellow, that
Tony
fellow.
Rudiger. My God.
Oh man, let's see for
Also
Chelsea.
Rodrigo.
Huh?
Rodrigo also,
Yeah, that's
um,
true. That is
you
true.
know, big
Hmm.
game player.
I mean, the whole of the attack, right? I mean, you know what I realized? Like a lot of like Madrid fans that just undermine the team. They are
Hmm.
acting. They are playing like the victim card and
Oh,
acting like the
victimizing.
team
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah,
some
yeah.
poor team.
That is. I
They
don't
are
care if
acting.
Madrid wins the Champions League for the next 200 years. The one thing I
Hmm.
hate that they do is
Hmm.
victimize their own
Yeah,
team.
they play the
You have
victim
a
card,
world,
bro.
you have a
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
world class team. Be accountable for your
yeah,
performances.
that's what.
Hmm.
Like they have Mbappe, the best player in the world. Vinicius
Vinny.
Junior, former Ballon d'Or candidate. They have
Hmm.
Rodrigo, who's one of the best. He's playing out of position. He's playing out of
Former
position,
Ballon
man, and he's still playing so good.
Ballon d'Or
Hmm.
Former
candidate.
Ballon d'Or, bro. Former Ballon d'Or. But and then they have behind
Oh,
him
that's a good
another
one,
former
man.
Ballon d'Or candidate. They have another
Hmm.
former Ballon d'Or candidate in Bellingham. And they
Hmm.
think
Hmm.
the attack is like the team is poor. It's rubbish, bro. It's
Hey man, I
pure
don't know about
bullshit.
you guys, but
Hmm.
Bellingham is just not it for me.
Yeah.
Same.
PR
Finally,
merchant, man.
finally a real fan.
PR
Real
merchant is
fan.
what he is.
Yeah, yeah.
I see.
100%
I
PR.
think he's a good player. I
Huh.
I believe he's a good player. Okay, he's not a bad player, but the
Hmm.
way the fans put him on a pedestal, right? That he's the
Hmm.
best
Hmm.
center mid in the world. He's
Hmm.
Zinedine Jude and all that. Rubbish, man. He's not that good. He's not that good. Also, he's not reached those levels. I
Yeah,
think in
Hmm.
Dortmund he was pretty good. I liked him in Dortmund, but when he
Oh,
came to Real Madrid, right?
terrifying.
They switched
He was
his
too terrifying.
position.
He was too terrifying in Dortmund. My God.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, he was really good in Dortmund actually. But when he came to Madrid, they switched his position, right? And he was more of a actually he was a striker only. The Madrid fans will never agree that he was a
Yeah.
striker, but he was
True.
a
True.
striker, man. Because they
Hmm.
used to play a 4-4-2 diamond,
Hmm.
and Bellingham used to play between Rodrigo and Vinicius Junior. So he was basically the striker, but
yeah.
they will
Hmm.
never agree this.
He's now a
But yeah,
box to
again, I don't
legend.
see it like same like Jan. I
Hmm.
don't see what is so good about him. I'll say his runs in the box remakes are phenomenal, crazy. But when it
Hmm.
comes to like pure footballing ability, right? I don't see it, man. I don't
Hmm.
see it. And I know Suchit will come back to this, and if we play a final and Bellingham scores, he's going to clip this. I know that, but regardless, man, I don't see it really.
Uh, Mm-hmm.
Just based on how Mbappe and Vinicius handle themselves and just their personality and stuff, there is a good chance that these two could come in with the mindset of like, yeah, we're going to cook the Arsenal defense.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to hint at is a pinch of overconfidence. That's highly possible, right? And when
Mm-hmm.
you reach this point of the UCL, all these mind games play a huge factor in.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all the Arsenal defense need to do is get in two amazing tackles and then pump up the crowd, and suddenly you
Mm-hmm.
see a switch in the mindset and the mentality of the game.
Mhm.
I think that can also Arsenal need to kind of tap into these stuff as well. You know, it
Mm-hmm.
cannot be purely trusting the technical part. It has to be the other stuff as well.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
I,
whatever it
On the
takes.
reverse side, if you
huh.
look at that Newcastle game in the Carabao Cup semi-final, one small mistake by
Mm,
the back line, that Isaac
mm.
tap to Murphy
Oh,
and he was
huh,
through.
huh.
So cheap.
Yeah,
Like if
yeah,
that
yeah.
happens, it's going to
Mm.
go downhill. But
No, I
Arsenal,
think that
when they
entire
play
game.
without pressure, they play really, really good football. And as Vignesh said, they are sort of going out here just for the experience possibly, and they play with no pressure. That's when you become really dangerous. As much as I banter Arsenal, no pressure. They play their best football, which is just no matter who's on the pitch, they're gonna outplay any other team in the world.
Mhm.
See, but
The mm,
ultimately, I'll go. But ultimately, I'm saying even if whatever happens right in the game, if Arsenal don't have strikers ready to finish the job for them, they are never
mm,
going to win this game.
mm,
That is my whole point because I know that Arsenal play like they create chances and all, but I don't
mm,
believe that is going to be the case in this game, man. Because if you don't have
mm,
attackers, really, how are you going to score, man?
mm,
I
mm,
don't see it.
They put
And
seven
also,
past
it's Real
PSG though.
Madrid, so Real Madrid juju.
mm.
Yeah, I mean, PSG is not Real Madrid, man. Come on, bro. What are
Yeah,
you
I mean,
talking about?
There's an interesting stat that's been
PSV.
so the last game, so the last season, Arsenal didn't create much, but they scored a lot. This season, we've been creating much more than last season, but we're not scoring because we don't have anyone up front who's like fit enough, like for long to like score all those goals. Havertz injury, Saka injury, Martinelli injury, Trossard injury, Sterling injury. So we're just not being efficient up front. So I get it, I get it. And regarding the Newcastle game, I think that entire team, forget the backline, the entire team was not ready for that game. I think they were just like deflated from, I don't know, I don't remember what was the game before the Newcastle game, before the Carabao Cup tie, but we were completely deflated, and that I think just continued, man. Like you know, right? That they say the phrase, "When it rains, it pours." I think that's what happened with that
uh-huh.
fixture. But we'll break down we'll break down each team's fixture in the next UCL stream. But a small reminder for all the people out there: these are the finalists. These are the quarterfinalists. Next time we'll not have. Wait, what happened? What just happened? Yeah. Next time we'll talk about the PSG versus Aston Villa game, Madrid versus Arsenal, Bayern versus Dortmund, and Bayern versus Barca versus Dortmund, Bayern versus Inter Milan. What did I say before? What did I say before?
I
Bayern
think
Dortmund.
Bayern
Ah,
Bayern
Dortmund.
versus Dortmund.
Did you just call the UCL semifinals, Suchit?
did I? Did I?
Shocking. Yeah.
If Dortmund beats Barca, right, Ainsley will not hear the end of it. I'm sure of it. I won't. Yeah, he'll
This
not hear
game,
the end.
I don't. I know. This is good. It's going to kill me. But honestly, I'm not going to be very surprised if that happens also, because
Mhm,
it's the UCL, right? And as I said, experience matters.
mhm,
Experience matters a lot, man.
Hansi Flick,
And
treble winner. Treble winner, Dortmund owner. Hansi Flick, treble winner, That's all I'm going to say. That's it.
I
Don't
mean,
worry.
hopefully,
He knows
let's
what he's
see.
doing.
I mean,
Trust me.
I don't want to be too cocky, also, man. Already.
mhm,
So
Like I
yeah,
said,
it
bro,
is what it is.
the first leg, 25 minutes, don't do anything crazy. Just absorb Borussia Dortmund. Let them have the ball. Give them
mhm,
a false hope and impression that they're doing a good job. And then just rip them apart through the center. So,
mhm.
yeah.
Oh
That
my!
is how
I
we
just
play actually, no? Through the center.
Yeah, yeah. That's the Hansi Flick ball. I have great memories with that, guys.
poor guy, man. I just looked into the timing of the fixtures. The Bayern was the Inter game, and the Arsenal versus Madrid game is at the same.
Same day.
I've noticed this even last season, right? When Arsenal played Bayern, Madrid played City at the same time. Like for some reason, or probably just could be a coincidence. I do not know, but for some reasons, it's always like what is with this fixture? What is with this timings, man? Like no, like fans will be missing one good game because of their team. It's just stupid timing. But yeah, it is what it is. April 8th. If
This is the
you are
first
in the if you are in the US, April 8th. I think if you are in the other side of the earth, I think it will be 9th of April. Uh, Jayant and Ainsley, is it 9th of April the first leg for you guys? I mean the first.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah, yeah.
it's
That
what
will
I
be
believe.
epic.
Yeah. Nine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Before that, we'll
Um,
definitely have another
yeah, 9th of
preview.
April. Yeah.
We'll have another preview show that time. We'll bring in more content. Any final words before we wrap up
Yeah.
today's stream?
Visca
Nothing.
Barca.
Visca Barca. Thumbs up. Jayant, is it going to be the Carabao Cup wrapped up this weekend, or is it just the Premier League?
I mean, I think we should. Zach is go.
Is my Wi-Fi bad, or is it
We should.
him lagging? Vignesh, you muted
I guess
yourself.
it's same. Now.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm back
Giant.
now. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think Lewis holds out. Isaac out.
I
Gordon is
think
out
Isaac
for
is back, if I'm
Newcastle.
not wrong. Because it is there in the press
Is he back?
conference.
Oh,
If
I'm
I'm
not sure, but
uh-huh.
we should have enough to beat. But it just depends on which Liverpool shows up, pretty much.
Hmm. I guess you had enough time to
We'll see what happens tomorrow.
yeah. Okay then. Good luck to Liverpool. I'm hoping the Newcastle win. Uh, uh, anyways, we'll definitely see you guys soon. Till then, good morning, good evening, good
Yeah.
night, wherever you're in the world. Peace. Bye bye.
See you guys.
See you.
See you.
See you guys.